In this video, I will discuss about the mixed design procedure as per IS 10262-2019. That means as per latest edition of Indian standard. Okay, in my previous videos, you have already learned the different data which you required for studying your mixed design. So for them, the importance are listed here. You can read out. So for our case, we have assumed that we will produce M40 concrete. So for that, we will use OPC 43 grade cement and zone 2 grade sand. If you don't know anything about this, you can see my videos. I produce each videos separately for each of the items, like what type of cement, different type of cement, or how you have to grade the sand, or what are the different exposure for concrete, everything, or the admixture, different type of admixture and their function, how they actually act. Okay, so for right now we are studying our mixed design procedure for producing M40 grade concrete. So as per code, first you have to change or you have to convert your grade into target strength. What is target strength? Target strength means the grade. Grade means when you cast your concrete, after 28 days of your casting, take a cube and when you test in under compression, you get 40 MPa strength. And what is the specification for your test? You have to produce 150 cube as per Indian standard. So when after casting, after 28 days of your casting, you test the 150 cube under the universal testing machine for compressive load, you will get 40 MPa strength. But it may be happen during casting at your site, you may not get the required sand, or you may not control the desired quality, or maybe there are some additional amount of water, or there may be a certain shortfall of cement. So for that, you may not get actual strength at your site. So for that, we have to assume that we will make some mistake at our site. So that if we have to counter that mistake, we have to target some higher strength. So you have to target for higher strength, you will design for this strength, and if there is any mistake at your site, you will get minimum this 40 strength, or you will get the grade of your concrete. That's why you have to convert your grade into target strength. This target strength comes based on some statistics. I will discuss in another videos how this actually comes, why we have used 1.65, what is S, like that. So for right now, for target strength F dashed CK, you have to add some cushion with your desired FCK or desired grade. So our desired grade is 40. With that, we will use 1.65 times S. What is S? As per Indian standard code, you will get for different grade of concrete, there are some different value of S or standard deviation. Okay, so for right now, we have assumed M40. You can see here for M40, you have to assume the standard deviation as 5. So simply 40 plus 1.65 into 5. You can see here. So by calculating, we got 48 MPa. So based on 48 MPa, we will design our concrete, not based on M40. Okay, so what is the second step? The second step is you have to find the approximate air quantity. So before that, say total volume of your concrete is 1 m3. Okay, total volume, when you mix it, your your volume will be 1 meter cube. And the task of mixed design is you have to find the volume of each component. That means the volume of cement, the volume of water, the volume of sand, and the volume of your coarse aggregate or stone, and also the volume of your admixture. This is the task of any mixed design. So first we have to assume that we are going to produce 1 meter cube of your wet concrete. Okay, not dry concrete, this is wet concrete. So for producing 1 meter cube wet concrete, how much cement or water or sand is required? Who will guide us? This strength, this target strength. So very first step is we have to find that within this 1 meter cube of wet concrete, how much void is there. Okay, we have to first deduct that void. So based on different experiment, based on different literature, our Indian standard or IS 10262 suggests that if you use your coarse aggregate, okay, of maximum size of 20 mm, you know this. So in that case, the entrapped air, okay, if you have already visited my other videos, you have already understand what is entrapped air, what is entrained air. So entrapped air is not desired for concrete. This make the concrete porous. That's why during placement of our concrete we use vibrator, okay, to remove this entrapped air. So what code suggests? Code suggests if we use the maximum size of our coarse aggregate as 20 mm, in that case the entrapped air is considered as 1%. 1% means in our case the total volume of wet concrete is 1 meter cube. So 1% means there is 1 divided by 100. Okay, so this is the volume of your entrapped air. That means you can consider it as 0.01 meter cube. Clear? So now we have find the entrapped air portion. So now we have to find the volume of your cement, water, fine aggregate or sand and coarse aggregate, and also the admixture volume for 0.99 meter cube volume. Okay, so the first step is select the water cement ratio. Now who decide the water cement ratio? There are total 3 factors which decide the water cement ratio. As per the latest version or the 2019 version of 10262, first criteria is your cement type. That means which type of cement you are using. For example, in this curve you can say there are total 3 curves: curve 1, curve 2, curve 3. Each one is for one type of concrete. Curve 1 is for your OPC 33, curve 2 is for OPC 43, curve 3 is for your OPC 53. Okay, so in our case we are using OPC 43, so we have to pick up the curve 2. The next factor is the 28-day compressive strength of your concrete. So in our case this is 48 MPa. Okay, not the grade. In this case we have to consider the target strength. So obviously this is 48 MPa. So these are the 2 factors. Just after a short while we will discuss the third factor. So from this 2 factor we can pick up the water cement ratio. So pick up the curve 2 and 48 day strength, let's say like here. Okay, so if you cannot actually we have to assume some value. Let's say pick up 0.36, okay, corresponding to curve 2 and corresponding to your 48. Just come here and in the below you will get the water cement ratio. Just pick up 0.36. Okay, now we have to consider the third factor. What is the third factor? The third factor comes from the IS 456 2000. What it says, if you consider the table 5 of IS 456, here you can see certain criteria for durability of your concrete. What are the criteria? First one is whether it is plain concrete or reinforced concrete. So obviously we are using M40, so maybe they can be used for plain concrete, but normally they are used for reinforced concrete. So in our case it is reinforced concrete, and there is this exposure condition. In our case it is severe exposure. Now let's see, for severe condition and for reinforced concrete the maximum water cement ratio is 0.45. okay, so you should not exceed the water cement ratio as 0.45. so in our case it is 0.36. that means it is okay. Okay, so we have already picked up our water cement ratio. Now your task is you have to find the water content, how much water you need for producing this special concrete. Okay, so again for selecting the water content you have to rely on the maximum size of your aggregate. So you can see here that how much important is your aggregate, coarse aggregate especially. Okay, So in our case it is 20 for using 20 mm maximum size of aggregate. The code suggests that you need 186 kg or 186 liter of water for producing 50 mm slump. But in our case this is not 50, 75, maybe it is 100 or maybe 150. So code suggests for increasing or decreasing 25 mm slump, just increase or decrease the water content by 3%. So for increasing 25 mm slump, you have to increase the water amount. How much? By 3%. Okay. So if it is say 25 mm less slump, you have to reduce the water content by 3%. Clear? So just calculate it, how much water you need for your 75 mm. So from the codal value, first for 50 mm slump you need 186 liter or 186 kg of water. But in our case it is 75 mm. So for 25 mm extra we have to add 3% extra. So add here 3% of extra water. Okay, let's calculate it by yourself in your calculator. So 3% of 186, the base value is 186 liter. You have to just add it with previous 186 liter. Now the revised water content is 192 kg for producing 75 mm slump. Now we are going to use the admixture or the super plasticizer. Now code refers that if you use 1% by weight of cement, say you are using 100 kg of cement and super plasticizer you are going to use 1 kg or 1%. Okay, so in that case code suggests, or different experiment and different literature of concrete suggest that you can reduce 23% of your required water, and these totally depend on your experiment or your situation. Maybe this 23% varies for 21%, 24%, 25%, like based on the situation you have to change it. Okay, but for starting some values you can take it as 23%. So when you are going to use super plasticizer by 1% of cement by weight, in that case you can reduce 23% of this revised water content. Now just reduced it. So 192 minus 23% or 0.23 into 192, you get 148. Just calculate it by yourself in your calculator. Okay, maybe this is wrong, so in that case please correct me. So you have got your water content and water cement ratio. So if your water by cement is 0.36 and you know the water, that is 148, obviously now you know the cement content. So next step is calculate the cement content. In our case water by cement ratio was 0.36. Okay, so 0.36 and water is your 148 kg after reduction for super plasticizer. So cement content come as 411. How? Just divide your water, that is your plus 148 divided by 0.36, you get 411 kg of cement. Check for yourself also. So now you have find the cement content, but as per the recommendation of IS 456/2000, you have to check this cement content for durability. You have already learned from my previous videos what is durability, what is its importance, and how this durability affect your cement content, water by cement ratio, everything. Okay, so from that table again, or the table 5 of IS 456, in our case it was reinforced concrete, severe condition, and minimum cement content required is 320 kg, but in our case it is 411 kg. That means from durability point of view our calculated cement content seems to be okay. Next is you have already got water amount, cement amount. Now the remainings are your aggregate. Okay, again based on your size of aggregate and based on your required slump or workability, you will find the quantity of fine aggregate and coarse aggregate or the stone. Let's start. The code says, again, based on your maximum size of aggregate. Again, this comes into function. Okay, in our case it was 20 mm. So based on your maximum size of aggregate and based on the grade of sand. Okay, what was our grade? It was zone 2. So zone 2 and 20 mm maximum size of aggregate. The code suggests that for water cement for your 0.5 water by cement ratio, you can use this fraction of coarse aggregate. Okay, let me elaborate. So in our case it was 20 mm coarse aggregate and the sand was from zone 2, so we get a value 0.62. So what is 0.62? Say for producing 1 meter cube of your wet concrete, you need total volume of your aggregate. Total volume means both fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. So total volume of aggregate is x meter cube. You don't know the value of x meter cube. Okay, maybe x is 0.6 meter cube or maybe 0.7 meter cube. That's a different question. So total, for now, total volume of your aggregate is x meter cube, and this 0.62 means you need coarse aggregate as 0.62 into x. So 62% of the total volume is your coarse aggregate. This is the meaning of 0.62. Okay, now there is a trick. What is this? This is, that means 0.62 or 62% coarse aggregate is corresponding to your 0.5 water cement ratio. What does it mean? That for 0.5 water cement ratio or the particular amount of water required for a particular workability, you need 62% of coarse aggregate. So if the water cement ratio is less, or indirectly if your water is less, what will happen? If water is less, you will get less workability. Say previously it was slump for slump was for 100 mm, and now as you have reduced the water, now the slump will be say 80 mm. So what you need to do? You have to adjust this coarse aggregate. Okay, so either you have to increase the coarse aggregate or you have to reduce the coarse aggregate. If you increase the coarse aggregate, you have to reduce the fine aggregate. Okay, now how you decide which one need to be increased? Say you have to produce 100 mm slab, okay, for say water cement ratio 0.5. Now again you have to produce 100 mm slab for 0.36 or less amount of water. How you can do that? So when less water, that means you have less amount of water for use. Where the water is used to hydrate the cement and to saturate, or to, you can say that the water actually get hold on the surface of the coarse aggregate and fine aggregate. So obviously for coarse aggregate the surface area is less compared to your fine aggregate. For fine aggregate surface area is more. So if you have less amount of water, you have to think for less surface area. Simple physics. Less amount of water means you have to think for less surface area. So obviously just compare stone chips and compare same volume of sand. Obviously sand has many times surface area compared to the coarse aggregate or the stone. So for reduced water by cement ratio, you have to increase this coarse aggregate. So how much you have to increase? That again comes from the experiment and codal suggestion. What our code says? The code says that for water cement ratio reduction by 0.05, if you reduce your water cement ratio by 0.05, you have to increase what I just say. And why this is increased, you have understand from, just think from the surface area point of view. Okay, So you reduce the water content or water cement ratio by 0.05. You have to increase the coarse aggregate by 0.01, and this is at the cost of your fine aggregate or sand. When you increase the coarse aggregate, you have to decrease the similar amount of or the same amount of fine aggregate. Okay, so in our case we have used 0.36. so from reference water cement ratio, how much it is less? This is 0.5 minus 0.36, that is 0.14. so code is saying that you have to increase by 0.01 proportion for each 0.05. so in our case, what should be the value? Say this is 0.15. so 0.05, for 0.05 you need 0.01, for 1 you need 0.01 by 0.05, and for 0.14 you need this much. Just calculate it and round it off, you will get 0.03. so previously it was 0.62. now we have to increase this or 0.03 for this reduced water cement. So revised coarse aggregate quantity is your 0.65 or 65% of total volume of your aggregate. Okay, so fine aggregate is obviously 35% of your total volume. Now the question is, what is the value of your X? If you know the value of your X, you can easily find out the total volume of your coarse aggregate and also the total volume of your fine aggregate. Now let's find the value of X. How? Simply our total volume was 1 meter cube. Now we have already calculated how much cement, how much water, how much admixture and how much air is there within the wet concrete. Okay, so if we simply subtract each of them from the total volume, we will get the remaining volume that is reserved for your aggregate only. Okay, so the very first step is simply total volume is 1 meter cube. Clear? We have calculated that our volume of entrapped air for your particular 20 mm maximum size of aggregate as per total value is 0.01 meter cube. Okay, now you have calculated that you need 411 kg of your cement. So you know that volume means mass by density. For cement, your density is 3150 kg. Okay, this is the standard value. So simply divide this, means simply 411 divided by your 3150, you get this much. So volume of cement is 0.13 meter cube, and similarly the volume of your water is, again, what is water content? 148 kg. So 148 divided by density of water is, you know, that is 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay, so from that you get 0.148. okay, this should be 0.148. And volume of superplasticizer, how much superplasticizer or admixture you have used? 1% of cement by weight, and our cement was 411 kg. So for 1%, the total weight of your superplasticizer or admixture comes as 4.1 kg. And again, if you divide this mass by the density of superplasticizer, you will get the volume for superplasticizer. Now what is the density? This is 1150 kg. Not this is the fixed. You can get this from the manufacturer. They indicate the actual density of the superplasticizer. So from that value you can calculate. Similarly, mass by your density is the volume of superplasticizer. So total volume till now is 0.01 plus 0.01 is the entrapped air, 0.13 is cement, 0.148 your water, and 0.0036 your admixture. Okay, so if you simply subtract this, total volume was 1 meter cube. Subtract each of them. 0.01 minus 0.13 minus 0.148 minus 0.0036, you get this much. Okay, you will get 0.708 as the volume of your aggregate. So you got the value of your X. In this case, you have already find the coarse aggregate volume 65% of X and fine aggregate as 35% of X. And what is X? You have already got the X. X is 0.708. So simply calculate coarse aggregate as this much or plus 0.708 is the X, and we have to take 65% of that, 0.65. You got the same value, that is 4603. Okay, just round it off. You can take as 4.46 meter cube. And again, if you want to convert it just like cement and water, if you want to convert the aggregate also in mass, similarly just multiply with your density. For coarse aggregate, you can check it for your site aggregate by the method already described in IS code. So, or you can take the standard value as 2740 kg per meter cube, or the specific gravity as 2.74, and for sand or fine aggregate the specific gravity as 2.65. Okay, so from that you got coarse aggregate as 1261 kg and fine aggregate the volume is how much? 35%. 35% of your 708. So that is your 0.248 if you round it off. Okay, and density is 2650 or specific gravity is 2.65. From that you got the mass as 656 kg. So for producing M40 concrete, you have to start with a trial mix. Okay, and what is the component of this trial mix? Simply the cement will be this much, 411 kg, water is 148 kg, and fine aggregate should be this much, 656 kg, and coarse aggregate as 1261 kg. And what is the admixture? 4.1 kg. So you can say that by this weigh batching method, in the in videos of batching I have described what is weigh batching, what is volume batching. So this falls under weigh batching. By this weigh batching method you can start the trial mix, and after the trial mix give you the desired strength after 28 days, you can use this composition in your actual casting.